Hey there, Heartland family. If you've been counting down the days like we have, the wait is finally over. Welcome back to your one-stop destination for everything Heartland the drama, the love, the legacy, and of course, the moments that tug at our heartstrings. Today, we're diving headfirst into the season 19 premiere, and trust us, it's not just any premiere. We're talking about the moment fans have been dreaming about for years. The jaw-dropping, heart-stirring return of Borden. That's right, Ty is back, and we're breaking down exactly how it all unfolds. But that's not all. We'll also take you inside the emotional whirlwind that follows. As Amy faces the impossible, Lindy meets her father again, and the entire Fleming Borden family Jack, Lou, Georgie, and Tim react in unforgettable ways. Their tears, their joy, their questions, we're covering it all. So grab your tissues, saddle up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a single update from the world of Heartland. This is one episode you won't want to miss. Let's get into it. As the camera slowly descends, we find Amy Fleming, portrayed with poignant depth by Amber Marshall, moving through her morning chores with quiet grace. She's in the paddock, surrounded by the horses that have always given her strength. There's a stillness in her movements, a silent rhythm that speaks louder than words. Her expression carries a blend of peaceful resolve and unmistakable sorrow, the kind that comes not from a single moment of loss, but from living day after day with an empty space beside you. It's been a long, aching year without Ty, and though Amy continues to push forward, the absence of her soulmate is etched into her every glance, every touch, every breath. The camera lingers lovingly on small, intimate details, the way Amy gently presses her forehead to a horse's mane, eyes closed in silent communion, the way her fingers trace the worn leather of a bridle, remembering Ty's hands once adjusting the same strap. These quiet beats reveal the inner life of a woman holding herself together, even when the grief runs just beneath the surface. It's an unspoken reminder that the ranch, for all its beauty, is still a place of healing, and Amy is still very much on that journey. Later, the morning sun filters through the rustic windows of the Heartland house, casting soft light on a kitchen full of homey warmth. The smell of coffee and pancakes fills the air. There, at the kitchen table, sits Lindy, her wide, curious eyes sparkling with the innocent joy only a child can possess. Her presence is like sunlight in Amy's life, a constant reminder of the love that remains even in the face of unimaginable loss. Their mother-daughter bond shines through in every shared smile, every playful nudge. Lindy chatters about her plans for the day, her latest horse obsession, and the funny things that happened at school, while Amy listens, responding with the kind of love that anchors and reassures. But then softly, almost casually, Lindy asks about her father. A simple question that changes the entire energy of the room. Time seems to slow. Amy's hand stills mid-motion. Her eyes flicker, not just with surprise, but with the weight of all the memories that question summons. She manages a smile, though it wavers at the edges. With tender honesty, she tells Lindy that her daddy had to go away for a while, careful, so careful not to let the full weight of the truth crush her daughter's innocence. There's a softness in her voice, but behind it, a storm of emotion she's learned to keep hidden. This moment, so subtle, so human, beautifully sets the emotional tone for the episode. It reminds us that even in the most routine of mornings, the echoes of love and loss shape everything. Ty may be gone, but his presence is everywhere in Amy's thoughts, in Lindy's questions, in the heart of Heartland itself. Lindy's eyes widen with innocent curiosity, and she asks if her father will ever come back. Amy's eyes soften as she looks at her daughter, her love for Lindy evident. She reassures her that Ty loves them very much, even if he's not there physically. This scene beautifully captures the mother-daughter dynamic and Amy's struggle to balance protecting Lindy with being honest. It's a testament to the strength of their relationship and the love that binds them, even in the face of uncertainty. The peaceful routine of the day is interrupted when a mysterious figure appears at the ranch. The camera captures the moment with a sense of foreboding, using wide shots to emphasize the vastness of the landscape and the isolation of the figure. As the stranger approaches, the tension builds, and viewers are left on edge, wondering who it could be. Amy, who is outside tending to the horses, notices the figure from afar. Her brow furrows in confusion and a hint of anxiety. The camera zooms in on her face, capturing a myriad of emotions: hope, disbelief, fear. She instinctively takes a step forward, as if drawn by some invisible force. The stranger's silhouette becomes clearer, and Amy's breath catches as she realizes who it might be. The tension reaches its peak as the figure steps into the light, revealing Borden, played by Graham Wardle. The background score swells, heightening the emotional intensity of the moment. Ty stands still, looking at Amy with a mixture of apprehension and hope. For a moment, time seems to stand still as they lock eyes. Amy's reaction is a whirlwind of emotions. Her face reflects shock, joy, confusion, and a deep, aching love. Tears well up in her eyes as she slowly walks toward him. Her movements are tentative, as if she fears this moment might be a dream. Ty, too, seems overwhelmed, his eyes glistening with unshed tears. As they finally stand face to face, the air is thick with unspoken words and pent-up emotions. This scene is masterfully executed, with the cinematography and music working together to create a powerful emotional experience. The use of close-ups on the characters' faces allows the audience to feel the depth of their emotions, making this reunion a moment of raw, genuine emotion. As the reality of Ty's return sinks in, Amy reaches out to touch his face, as if to confirm that he's really there. The touch is electric, a moment of undeniable connection. She whispers his name, her voice choked with emotion. Ty, unable to hold back any longer, pulls her into a tight embrace. They cling to each other, both crying, as the weight of the past few years melts away. In a soft, tear-filled voice, Ty begins to explain his absence. He reveals that he was placed in witness protection after testifying against a dangerous criminal. The government had kept him hidden to protect him and his family, and only recently had it been deemed safe for him to return. As Ty begins to speak, his voice trembles slightly, a quiet mix of remorse, hope, and longing. Amy stands still, absorbing every word as though trying to hold on to each syllable. Her eyes, wide with disbelief and overwhelmed emotion, begin to well with tears. Relief washes over her like a tide, but it's tinged with deep sorrow, the kind that only comes from time lost, from birthdays missed, and from lonely nights spent wondering why. She understands now that Ty's absence, however painful, had purpose, but that doesn't erase the ache of what they endured apart. Her body trembles as she processes it all, and when Ty gently reaches for her hand, she doesn't hesitate. She steps forward and wraps him in a long, tearful embrace, a moment that mends months of heartache in a single breath. Inside the ranch house, little Lindy presses her face against the window pane, her breath fogging the glass as she watches her mother embracing a stranger. Her brow furrows in confusion. She's never seen this man before, but something about him feels important. Driven by curiosity and an innate pull she doesn't yet understand, Lindy throws on her boots and rushes outside, her tiny footsteps echoing across the porch. As she nears, her pace slows. The closeness between the man and her mother makes her pause. She looks up at Amy, silently asking for reassurance. Amy kneels down, her eyes still misty, and gives her daughter a small, encouraging nod. Ty turns, and for the first time, locks eyes with the daughter he's only ever dreamed of holding. His expression softens instantly, his entire face lighting up with awe, love, and a longing so powerful it nearly brings him to his knees. Ty slowly crouches down to Lindy's level, his voice cracking as he says, "Hi, Lindy." The words are simple, but they carry the weight of 1,000 unspoken dreams. Lindy studies him in silence, her little mind trying to make sense of the man before her. But sometimes children understand what words can't explain. As if guided by instinct, she takes a tentative step forward, then another, and finally breaks into a run, flinging herself into his arms. Ty catches her and holds her close, his body shaking with quiet sobs as he buries his face in her golden curls. The moment is pure, tender, and unforgettable, a reunion that transcends time and absence, and cements a bond that was always meant to be. Family reactions. Word spreads quickly through the Heartland Ranch, and one by one, the rest of the family gathers to witness the miracle they never dared to hope for. Jack, the ever-stoic patriarch, is the first to arrive. He stands at a distance, his weathered face unreadable at first. But as he sees Ty holding Lindy, something shifts. The man who's seen a lifetime of hardship lets his guard fall, if only for a moment. His voice is gravelly and low as he mutters, "Well, I'll be damned." He walks up slowly, eyes never leaving Ty. When the two men finally face each other, words become unnecessary. Jack reaches out and pulls Ty into a tight embrace, strong, sure, and overflowing with unspoken love. "Welcome home, son," he whispers, his voice thick with emotion. It's a rare and raw moment that reveals just how much Jack had been holding inside. Lou, ever the organized and protective sister, arrives next. Her initial reaction is disbelief, eyes wide, jaw slightly slack as she takes in the sight. "Is it really you?" She breathes out before emotion overtakes her, and she strides forward, pulling Ty into a tight, tearful hug. "I thought we lost you," she says, her voice cracking. Her joy is genuine, but her mind races ahead. How will this affect Amy? The kids? Their lives? Lo, ever the planner, is already calculating, but for now, she allows herself a moment to feel the happiness. Georgie, the wild spirit of the family, doesn't hesitate. As soon as she sees Ty, she sprints toward him, emotion flooding her features. "Ty!" She shouts and throws her arms around him like a whirlwind. Her laughter is like sunshine breaking through clouds, pure and unrestrained. "Can't believe you're actually back?" Ty chuckles, his laugh, so long absent, carries across the ranch like music. He hugs her tightly, overwhelmed by the welcome he never thought he'd receive. Then comes Tim, Amy's father. Complicated, gruff, and often emotionally guarded, Tim approaches last. His steps are measured, his expression unreadable. He stops just short of Ty, staring hard at the man who's caused both his daughter's pain and her deepest joy. There's a heavy silence, the kind that holds decades of tension. But finally, Tim extends his hand. Ty meets it. The handshake is firm, but more importantly, it's sincere. "Glad you're back," Tim says, his voice rough but real. It's not a full reconciliation, but it's a start. New normal. With Ty's return, life at Heartland begins to shift. The initial joy settles into a quieter, more complicated reality as the family navigates what this new chapter will look like. Around the familiar kitchen table, laughter bubbles as stories are shared. Ty listens intently as Lindy talks about her favorite pony, while Amy watches him with a mix of joy and cautious hope. The light is back in her eyes, but the shadow of uncertainty still lingers. Later, away from the noise, Amy and Ty find time alone. They sit on the porch where so many memories live. Their conversations are honest, heavy with emotion. They talk about the pain, the silence, the longing, and the healing still to come. "I was angry," Amy confesses. "I didn't understand. I thought you were gone forever." Ty nods, taking her hand. I was fighting my way back to you. Every single day. There's a silence between them, but it's not empty. It's full of understanding. They know the road ahead won't be easy, but for the first time in a long time, they'll walk it together. Community reaction. Beyond the ranch, the Heartland community is buzzing with excitement. Friends, neighbors, and longtime supporters flood the ranch with visits, phone calls, and warm embraces. Everyone has a story to share, a memory of Ty to relive, and a tear to shed. The highlight comes one evening when the town throws a surprise welcome home gathering at Maggie's. Fairy lights twinkle in the trees, guitars play soft melodies, and laughter fills the air. Toasts are made, tears are shed, and Ty is embraced not just by his family, but by the entire community that had never stopped hoping. As Amy and Ty dance beneath the stars, surrounded by family and friends, there's a quiet understanding among everyone present. Sometimes miracles don't happen overnight. Sometimes they arrive quietly, wrapped in tears and second chances. But when they do, they remind us what Heartland has always been about: faith, family, healing, and the unbreakable bonds that tie us together. However, Ty's return isn't without its challenges. The family must navigate the complexities of reintegration, including the emotional and psychological impacts of his absence. There are moments of tension as they adjust to their new reality. For instance, Amy and Ty struggle to find a new rhythm in their relationship as they have both changed during their time apart. They have disagreements about parenting and the future, reflecting the natural friction that can arise when two people who love each other are faced with significant life changes. The narrative. Lindy, in particular, faces her own challenges in adjusting to having her father back. While she is thrilled to have him home, she also experiences confusion and uncertainty. Ty makes a concerted effort to bond with her, taking her on horse rides and spending quality time together. These scenes are heartwarming, showcasing Ty's gentle and caring nature. Lindy's gradual comfort around Ty and her growing affection for him are portrayed with sensitivity, highlighting the nuanced dynamics of their relationship. Throughout the episode, the narrative is interspersed with flashbacks of Amy and Ty's most memorable moments. These flashbacks serve as a poignant reminder of their deep and enduring bond. The scenes include significant milestones like their wedding, the birth of Lindy, and quieter, tender moments that capture the essence of their love story. These glimpses into the past not only evoke nostalgia, but also underscore the emotional weight of Ty's return. Amy, in particular, reflects on the strength she has gained over the years. The flashbacks contrast with scenes of her present-day resilience, highlighting her growth as an individual and a mother. She has become a pillar of strength for her family, and her journey is a central theme of the episode. These reflections are complemented by a beautifully composed musical score, which enhances the emotional impact of these moments. The conversation. As the episode draws to a close, Amy and Ty sit together on the porch, looking out over the ranch. The golden hues of the setting sun bathe them in a warm glow, creating a serene and hopeful atmosphere. They discuss their future, sharing their dreams and aspirations for their family. This conversation is a delicate balance of hope and realism, as they acknowledge the challenges they will face, but express their commitment to overcoming them together. Ty talks about his desire to return to veterinary work and his passion for helping animals. Amy, on the other hand, expresses her wish to continue her work with horses and to expand their business. They also discuss the possibility of having more children, a topic that brings a mixture of excitement and apprehension. This heartfelt dialogue between Amy and Ty is more than just a reunion. It's a promise of healing, of love rediscovered, and of the challenges and triumphs that lie ahead in this brand new chapter of their journey. With Ty's return, Season 19 is shaping up to be one of the most emotionally charged and unforgettable seasons yet. And that's a wrap on our deep dive into Heartland Season 19. Episode 1. Borden's return wasn't just a plot twist. It was an emotional awakening for every character we've grown to love. From Amy's quiet resilience to Jack's rare vulnerability. From Lindy's innocent wonder to the complicated bonds between Tim, Lou, and Georgie. This episode gave us so much to feel, reflect on, and celebrate. As the Heartland family begins to heal and rebuild, we're right there with them laughing, crying, and holding our breath for what comes next. So tell us, what was your favorite moment? How did Ty's return affect you? What do you think the rest of the season holds for our beloved family? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We love hearing from fellow fans and building this beautiful community together. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Next Sign for all the latest Heartland updates, theories, and scene-by-scene analyses. We've got so much more to share with you, and trust us, you won't want to miss a moment. Thank you for watching. Thank you for feeling, and thank you for being a part of the Heartland family. Until next time, stay kind, stay curious, and we'll see you soon right here on Next Scene.